Hey, what's up? I'm Al Cox. I make games, play games, and everything in between. And today I'm going to go in depth into Rolling Ballz 3D, the game I made in a single day. If you like watching the game development process, do me a favor and hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that I'm making quality video. Here is the current game. The first thing I want to talk about is actually the last thing I did, which was polishing. Quickest way of polishing for me was just adding something like this, which is the name of the game. I created it in Blender. When you load the game, it just gives you a feel. Okay, here's the game and here's the character. I also made the character a polyball, which is an asset I created before in Blender. Primary reason is you can see this ball move much better than you can just a regular sphere. This ball has grooves in it, and the way it's created in the 3D environment lets you see that it's moving when you tell it to move. And the last piece was creating this cube. I also created this cube in Blender. These items itself just kind of automatically added that level of polish without even doing more than just adding a different 3D object in the game. The 3D objects are important in terms of polishing. I like to believe that it's not that big of a deal, but in actuality, it really is. If you're just using a straight cube, then your gameplay has to be 100% on point. But if so, here's a cube example, and you can see it just, the game does not feel, look as polished. Everything is a cube. Now the game mechanics are 100% the same, but you just kind of get this like incomplete feel of the game. Now I go in here and I just change that mesh back to this cube that I created, and the polishing level is just next level. It looks more real, more complete, and this cube and this character sphere is something I will be using again in the future because you want that element of polish in your game. These things help immensely. Previously I had 2D text showing right here that helps highlight the game, but yeah, you know it looks better than 2D text in a 3D game. 3D text. Making this in Blender maybe took me 5 to 10 minutes, and Blender is a great tool. I wish I used it more. So here we can take a look at the game and the levels. I created, it was a 6x6 grid, so if we go all the way to the end, here we have a level where I have all the 6x6 grid, and then let me just show you examples of how I was creating the level. I would just go up on top, and then I would just remove certain blocks, try to give it a gameplay feel that just, you know, makes players want to play. Something like this could be a cool level. And then even then I would, from here, I would make these a Y of 3 and put them on the scale of 3, maybe over here too. It's kind of just organically creating multiple different levels. I actually kind of like this level, so I'm gonna move over here and label this one number 22. When copying and pasting in 3D like this, and that will keep it on the same axis. So there it's all about the angle you use here, and I just kind of did something similar for all these other levels. This one was a little bit more fun because I went off the conventional 6x6 grid. All these are based on a 6x6 grid, and again, some of these I think should have higher obstacles. All these levels, as you can see, 6x6 grid. That was super simple in making the game quick and efficiently. And then the last thing is playing with the world and the physics. Here we have where the fog starts and ends, which is super important. In the gravity, you see this main world, all these worlds are exactly the same. The only thing that is different is the color. So this is the upside to having a pro version. People often ask me, how do I do something with the free version? That takes a lot more time to explain. Bear with me. Here all these levels are exactly identical, and this is the main world. And the only thing I do is I'll just copy these and change the background color, and then when the game loads, you go through this randomization sequence that determines the color of background. Pretty cool, pretty straightforward. Now the most appealing aspect of this game I find is how the character moves. So you can play this game and be a steady player, go slow, you can be okay. So this game isn't like too difficult, but at the same time, if you are more of an experienced game player, you can really just kind of move forward. Not like that, but like something like this. You just need to adapt, pay attention to where you're going. Oh, not like that. And then the game still has a good amount of difficulty, but you can move through the world relatively quickly, and if you just pay attention, you can fly through the world. But if you don't pay attention, you will fall off like this. And so, to me, this game has virality in the way that there's multiple ways to play the game. Not just a single way to play the game. You can be a novice player and still enjoy the game. The infinite gameplay, I think, is key in terms of making the game quickly and getting a feel for the game mechanics. Check it out, links down below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're working on a game in Buildbox and have any questions, let me know. I'll try to help if I can. And until next time, peace.